What will GPU mining profitability actually look like when we can't mine Ethereum anymore? Well, I did the math again, so let's have a look. Warning, there are people pretending to be me in the comments and on social platforms. I'll never ask you to add me on WhatsApp or Telegram, and I'll never ask you to send me money, crypto, or your personal information. Alright? So please be careful, use your common sense, and don't let any of these imposters fool you. Alright? Now back to the video. Hey, how's it going, GPU heads? Thanks for clicking on my video. Seb Heslo here, and about 6 months ago I did a massive spreadsheet trying to calculate what the GPU mining profitability would look like once Ethereum moves from proof of work to proof of stake, aka it not being mineable anymore, and you know, all of that hash rate from Ethereum is gonna go somewhere else, and you know, what will happen then in terms of profitability for the other coins. Well, a lot has happened since I made that video 6 months ago. Mainly the Ethereum network hash rate has gone up by almost another 50%, and mining profitability has also gone down by about 50%. So let's have an updated look at what the actual profitability might look like using today's numbers. But before we get started, I just want to say, of course, nothing in this video is financial advice, and this is just a sort of projection based on the numbers that I could come up with today. And more than anything, it is just kind of a visualization of kind of how it works, rather than an actual prognosis of what will actually happen. Because, you know, what will actually happen, no one can know, because we cannot tell the future. All right? But with that out of the way, let's have a look. Now, I want to kick this video off by saying that mining profitability actually does not matter that much. I know, crazy, but what actually matters more, which I explain in this video that I'm gonna link up in the corner as well as in the description of this video, is that what matters most is actually your mining yield. And while we've been enjoying these high mining profits now for kind of over a year, in the long run, if you want to make a lot of money with crypto mining, what you want to worry about mostly is just whether you are profitable or not by how much. It feels great to, you know, be making what looks like hundreds of dollars a day, right? But that only matters if you're cashing out right away. If you don't, and you save your crypto, you can actually end up making a lot more money long term than if you cash out every day. So I'll leave that link in the description. Like I said, it explains why all you really want to worry about is whether or not you are profitable. And as I said, it doesn't really matter by how much. So keep that in mind as we have a look at the profitability for after Ethereum merges into proof of stake and is no longer mineable. Alright, so before we can see what the actual mining profitability after ETH 2.0 will be, we actually have to kind of have a look at what will actually happen. So I'm on What to Mine here, which is a website where you can check mining profitability for different GPUs mining different coins. And I have a single 3070 selected here, so we can see the profitability of mining different coins on a single 3070. And the reason why I am on this website is because I want to show you kind of what I assume will happen once Ethereum mining goes away. So in order to understand this, we can look at this, which is the network hash rate. And basically what that means is how much hashing power is on Ethereum right now, as in how much sort of mining power, how many people are mining and with how much, you know, hash rate on the Ethereum network right now. So we can see currently there is 1.01 petahash of mining hash rate on the Ethereum network right now. And to put that into perspective, so there's 1 petahash, right? And a single 3070 does around 60 mega hash. So you got mega, giga, tera, peta. So yeah, a lot of hashing power is on the Ethereum network right now. And basically what, you know, the theory of what will happen is once Ethereum is no longer mineable, all of this hash rate is going to want to move to mine a different coin, because, you know, it's not like everyone will just stop mining. We're gonna want to mine a different coin to still make money, right? And so a lot of people, they're kind of like, oh, it will just move all over into one different coin. But I'm of a different mindset. I think what will happen is it will spread, and it will kind of spread evenly between all of these different profitable coins. And when I say evenly, I mean evenly based on the kind of profitability and network hash rate on those coins currently. So, or not currently, but currently for when the merge actually happens, right? So what I mean by that is, let's say the very first people to jump ship and stop mining Ethereum and switch over to something else, right? They'll have a look here on what to mine, and they'll see that, okay, Equilibria is the most profitable coin to mine. And so they will jump over there until Equilibria, you know, because when more people mine a coin, the amount of coins divided between all the miners become less, or rather each miner gets a little bit less because the total amount that are distributed to the miners is the same. So everyone mining Equilibria will start making a little bit less until, you know, that falls down the list a little bit. And then the next people to jump ship off of Ethereum will see that now Swap is the most profitable coin. So they will start mining Swap, and more people will, you know, swap over to Swap. And that will sort of start moving down the list. And then people will see that Zero is at the top of the list. And so they will start mining Zero. And it will kind of, you know, dance around like that until all of the hash rate has left Ethereum, and there's kind of been a new balance struck for profitability among all of the, you know, profitable GPU mineable coins. But so what we want to figure out is, how much is that balance actually? Like, what will that profitability actually be after all of the hash rate from Ethereum has moved over onto all of these coins? And so that is why I have made this spreadsheet. All right, so here is the spreadsheet. And if you want to have a look at the spreadsheet and, you know, make some changes to it, then all you got to do is come into it. I'll leave the link for it in the description of this video. Then hit File, make a copy. And by doing that, you can now make edits to it. So let's have a look at what we actually have here. So basically what I've done is I've listed the top 35 most profitable GPU mineable coins right now. You can see Ethereum and Ethereum Classic at the top here. We have Ravencoin, Ergo, Conflux, and so on, right? The 35 most profitable coins right now. And then I've just listed the total network hash rate of all of these coins. But the problem that arises here is that not every, you know, GPU mineable coin uses the same hash rate. So we can't just move 990 terahash a second of Ethereum network hash rate here, which you can see, I guess it's a little bit more now at 1.01 petahash rather than 990 terahash when I made this, you know, a few days ago. But we can't just take 990 terahash and move it into Eternity, right? Because Eternity, that's, you know, grafts per second, not hashes per second. And you have Beam where it's solutions per second. And there's also a difference where, you know, if I have a 3070 mining Ethereum, it gets around 60 megahash a second. But if I then move that to Ravencoin, it only gets 30 megahash a second. So what we need to do is we need to convert the hash rate between these different coins before we can see what the actual profitability will look like on those coins. And so the way I have done that here is I have listed all the network hash rates for all the different coins here in full. So as you can see here, for example, 990 terahash per second is 990, is that trillion? I think so, trillion hashes per second, right? And then what I've done is I've listed the hash rate of a 3070 for all the different coins here. And the reason I use a 3070 is because I think it's kind of it's a good GPU, it's a good mining GPU that is also a little bit middle of the road. You know, it's good, but it's not like a 3080 or 3090, right? So I think it's a fair GPU to use as a benchmark for the conversion between these different hash rates, right? So as you can see here, we get around 62 megahash on Ethereum, we get around 30 on Ravencoin, around 180 on Ergo, and so on and so forth. And then using these numbers, we can then see the relationship between those numbers and the hash rate on Ethereum and get a ratio. So you can see here, for example, the ratio between Ravencoin and Ethereum, because it's about half, is about half, 0.48, so almost 0.5, right? And then using this, we can then see, okay, so what does that actually mean in terms of network hash rate in comparison to Ethereum for all of these different coins. So for example, with Ravencoin here, you can see that, you know, the net hash for Ravencoin is about 3 terahash. But in sort of Ethereum mining numbers, it's actually more like 6 terahash. And so I have just done that for all of these coins here, converted them to what they would have been if they were ETH, right? The Ethereum mining algorithm. And in doing so, we can kind of see what the total network hash rate for all of these other coins is combined. And I have that in a little hidden box here. So that is about 81 terahash. So that basically means there is about more than 10 times more hash rate on the Ethereum network than on all other coins combined right now, which, you know, basically just right away means expect mining profitability to be sliced as in a factor of 10. So you'll be making around 10% before power cost compared to what you are now. But actually, that's not the whole story, because a lot of the Ethereum hash rate is by things called ASICs. And if you're not aware, an ASIC is basically like a machine that is designed solely to mine Ethereum. And so basically what that means is that all of the hash rate on the Ethereum network that is coming from ASICs will not be able to move over to mine different coins after the merge happens. Oh, and by the way, in my previous video, I said that Ethereum ASICs can't mine Ethereum Classic, but since then I've kind of seen that some, if not most of them, actually can swap over to Ethereum Classic with a firmware update. So in this new calculation, I'm actually excluding Ethereum Classic from all of the calculations in terms of profitability. So basically what I'm assuming is that all of the Ethereum ASICs will move over to Ethereum Classic. And so Ethereum Classic is not included in the calculations for profitability. So what we need to take into account is how much of Ethereum's hash rate is actually ASICs. And when I did this video last time, the numbers that I had found was about between 40 and 60% of the Ethereum mining hash rate is ASICs. So let's just go with that for now. And let's call it 50%, right? So I have a box here called Ethereum hash rate that will go away. So let's put that to 50% for now. So actually, let's start with, you know, let's say 0% of the Ethereum hash rate goes away. Here you can also see the current power consumption, income, and profitability per day on, you know, all of these coins. So you can see here, for example, you know, Ethereum, you're making $1.88 per day right now. Ravencoin, you're making about $1 right now. Ergo, $1.34, and so on, right? And then let's have a look here, which is the next sort of section here, which is what the income per day will be for all of these coins after the merge has happened. So as you can see here, we went from around $1.23 for Conflux to, you know, about a tenth of that, like I said, 13 cents. And then of course, subtract your electricity cost and you're actually, you know, negative right now. You're not making any money. But you know, we didn't take ASICs into account. So let's do that. So let's start by saying 50% of the Ethereum network hash rate is ASICs. Now you can see for Conflux, which we were on earlier, has not quite doubled, but almost. It's at 23 cents a day now. And then of course, yeah, you still have to take out power costs and so on. So we're still in the negative, but we're getting close to being profitable here. And also, there's more to it than just ASICs, right? Because what will happen is, first of all, you're gonna have people who, you know, maybe they're just kind of mining Ethereum on their gaming GPUs, and once Ethereum mining goes away and the mining software doesn't work anymore for them, they're just gonna be like, oh, whatever, and shut that off. And you're also gonna have people who, I don't know, have very high power costs that, you know, even if it's profitable for most of us, it's still not profitable for them to mine. So I reckon we will have an even greater fall off of miners. And in my last video, I estimated that to be between 10 and 15% or whatever. But let's say we end up with 67% of the Ethereum hash rate actually going away, either due to being ASICs or due to being people that just not gonna bother mining something else, right? And as you can see there, now we are starting to actually get into profitable territory on a couple of these coins. But if we then have a look at the sort of next couple of columns here, what they are is, what if the hash rate is spread a little bit more equally? What will the actual profitability be then? Because as you can see now, we have 33 cents a day on Ergo, but only 13 on Ubix. So what if the hash rate spreads a little bit more evenly to get the same profit on all coins? What will be the average, profitability mining on a coin after the merge, according to this, calculation? And that will be about 26 cents per day. Or if I do the same thing after power cost, you can see we are still actually on average gonna be not profitable mining after the merge, with a hash rate fall off of 67%. And if you're wondering, this is taking into account that the different algorithms use a different amount of power. So this average is taking that into account. But of course, the first thing to take into account here too is that people aren't gonna mine if it's not profitable. Why would they? And I saw a comment that I think summed this up beautifully, which is basically, once mining becomes less profitable, a lot of people are gonna stop mining. And when a lot of people stop mining, mining becomes more profitable again. And it's kind of just finding a perfect balance like that on its own. But let's not just start, taking away hash rate until it becomes profitable again, because I feel like that's kind of cheating. We're trying to make a, good simulation, if you will, of what will actually happen here. But I think there is one more thing to take into account, which is this is all just using today's coin prices. And, the merge is still a fair few months away, and a lot can happen with the coin prices, both then and also, long into the future. And that is why I have this little box here, which says market price change after the move. And basically what I mean by that is, what if the coin prices go up? So for example, if we guess that coin prices will double at some point in the future, which isn't too far-fetched of an idea to say that, coin prices can at least double, right? So let's put that into the box and let's see what we get. So here you can see that was all it took to actually become profitable even after power cost. And so we are still profitable here. And I can hear a lot of you in the comments saying now, it's a 3070, like $1,000 GPU, and it's only making, 35 cents a day. That is so not worth it. Well, you might say that, and that just means you are gonna be one of those people that are gonna stop mining over here, which means we can, increase this percentage a little bit more because of you. No, but jokes aside, the thing to take into account with that is that as long as it's profitable, that means you are gaining more coins than you would just buying the coin. So the price you're paying in your electricity cost gives you more coins than you would get by just buying those coins for, paying that same amount as your electricity price. So it's like buying cryptocurrency at a discount. And if you're into cryptocurrency, you're probably into hodling and waiting for the prices to go up because you believe in crypto, right? So it's basically like buying crypto at a discount. And if you, like me, believe that crypto will continue to go up the next 10, 20 years, whatever, then let me show you what that actually means. So yeah, you're making, 35 cents in terms of profit today. But let's say that you then take those coins and you swap them into something you believe will go up a lot long term, for example, or you believe that this coin that you are mining is gonna go up a lot long term. You know, maybe it will 10x from here. So that would mean go from 2 times to 20 times, right? Now all of a sudden, it's like you were mining $6 a day. So just take that into account, that it's not as simple as just, are you profitable or are you not profitable? Well, it is, but as long as you're a little bit profitable, that basically means, you know, you can hold on to that crypto and make a lot of money in the future. And I actually have a whole video called How to Become a Millionaire from Mining, which goes over that concept a lot more in depth and shows you by doing some calculations how that actually works. So I'll leave a link to that up in the corner there, as well as in the description of this video. But finally, I just wanted to kind of do some more theorizing with you guys. So obviously prices won't go, you know, 20x, you know, right away after the merge, but you know, in a few months, it's not far-fetched to think maybe 2x, right? So that will still, you know, keep us profitable, which I think is great news. And I hope you went into this video not expecting profits to be amazing after the merge, because obviously they won't be, but there is a good chance that even if we have very little fall off in all of the current GPU miners, meaning most of the people GPU mining now will keep GPU mining after the merge, just switch over to a different coin, we will still be somewhat profitable, you know. And you know, let's have a look at what will happen if more people fall off, right? So if we believe that 50% of the hash rate is ASICs, and then we believe that half of the remaining miners will just quit. You know, they will not be happy that they're only making a few cents a day, and they think it's too complicated to figure out how to mine a different coin, or you know, they have expensive electricity costs. So let's say we end up with 75% hash rate fall off. As you can see now, profitability looking decent at, you know, some coins 65 cents here a day. You know, we're not up to $1 a day, but still pretty dang good if you ask me. And of course we can increase the market price here, so let's say 3 times instead of 2 times. Now we're getting some coins popping up above $1 a day. But please download the spreadsheet and enter your own, you know, predictions and see what you come up with. And also let me know in the comments what you guys think will happen and what you think the profitability will be. Now, if you found this video helpful, then please give it one of these. And if you really liked it, you can now join the channel to help support what I do here. It really does make a big difference and it means a lot to me, so thank you. But what you gotta do now is you gotta click on that next video on the screen. Because this video is over, you can also click the picture of my face to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, go click on that next video and I'll see you there. Goodbye. Goodbye, bye bye.